So ano, ayan na nga, alam nila, ina-acknowledge na nila. So nag-aaway na Malacanang at saka itong Speaker of the House. Ang lumalabas na kwento ay si Speaker daw ang gusto nilang paresignin. Sino yung nila? Nung mga taga Malacanang. Siya yung iaalay sa bulkan, kumbaga. Eh hindi. Ang inalay si Congressman Saldico. Di ba? Pero tingin ninyo, ano dapat isipin natin? Inalay ninyo si Congressman Saldico. That's not enough. Akala ninyo, nag-resign si Congressman Saldico pero hindi niya naman binabago yung budget? Nag-resign si Congressman Saldico pero nagsosoli ba ng pera yung mga magdanakaw dyan sa inyo? Anyway, so we're at the rally early this morning. We left kind of early. We're able to get parking over at UN. And naglakad po kami. And saksi ako kung merong magdududa man kung ganong karami yung mga tao doon. Crowd estimates were ranging from something like 1 million to 1.6 million. Meron syempre yung iba dyan na dina-downplay nila. At the time na when the crowd had already ballooned to 800,000, ang crowd estimates ng iba was something like 100, 200,000. No way you can underestimate that crowd. What with the presence of drone shots, overhead flybys by choppers, and of course, the people who were there themselves. So, wag muna tayo magnega ha, kasi nega na ako eh. But one thing for sure, one thing that we know for sure is that if this was going to be a show of force, that certainly was one. And it was a good one. It was over 1 million people who were there. Definitely the people stayed for the most part. Andun sila. And did it have the intended effect? I think that it did have an effect. Except that syempre, the people that they, as well as we, are calling out to aren't exactly the kind of people who will let go very easily of whatever power or perks or benefits they are already enjoying. Also, in the case of the president or the leadership of this country, for them, it's all about family. So let's begin. May mga rin lang tayo, sidelights during the event. There are a lot of followers who said hi and had their pictures taken, and I'm very thankful kasi maganda. I mean, it was good seeing so many of you who were there. Not everybody who came up to me actually were members of the INC, but there were some who were, and I was very, very glad to meet you. Sabi ni Jericho, what's your reaction? What were you feeling in that crowd? Well, my first impressions were this: the people were disciplined, maayos sila, and in general, kind naman, actually, considering in crowds like this, madali magkatulakan, magkainitan ng ulo. Mainit din at some point during the day. But there were no instances that I was ever witness to na meron nagkakainitan ng ulo, nagkatulakan, or anything like that. It was it was quite impressive. The crowd was impressive. So, yan. Expect falls today. And falls na, again, as usual, walang kakwenta-kwenta because they weren't really given a script, very good script. Hindi nila makontra yung numbers that were present at today's rally. Nor are they able to nor did they have time to put a spin on what happened afterwards. So para dun sa mga nagtatanong tungkol dun sa page, yes, we actually got notices early on, sunod-sunod, about supposedly spam. Na nagsispam daw kami or some of our followers were spamming doon sa Luminous group. But naayos naman po namin yon, and we're back. Okay, no, we're there. Don't know if you could call it back. Okay, so today's rally, so many impressions, but it was what happened afterwards that seems to me the highlight of the day. So while we were still there, ayun na nga, nag-resign si Congressman Saldico ng very powerful Appropriations Committee of the Congress. And he cited, of course, ang walang kasawa-sawang health reasons. Gusto ko nga sabihin don't use that. I invented that line. So, but, ayan na nga po. So, Saldico resigns. So, the context of that resignation ought to still be the rally. So, we expect the Falls to be saying are things like, talaga ba? Yung ganyan na lang. Because they have no script yet for Saldico's resignation. Nor can they say, can they explain how it is juxtaposed with today's rally. Okay, so, ang rally ngayong araw na ito, of course, one of the highlights was the speech of Congressman Rodante Marcoleta, who very eloquently stated what the problems are. Well, and the purpose of the rallies. Ang sinasabi niya, ang daming ibang problema ang daming mali. Yung budget is overblown. Mag-uutang tayo para mapuno yung budget na yan. And even then, the partitioning, the allocations are dubious. And there's a whole shopping list of things. Ang dami-daming problema. And which I'm kind of, not sure if the term is proud, I'm kind of heartened to know na itong ni-raise natin, umpisa pa lang dito sa Luminous with our laundry list of pagkain, tubig, kuryente, internet, transportation, trabaho, and healthcare has in fact been taken up because that is the entire context of our criticism of the government. Ang pinakareklamo natin sa gobyernong ito ay inuuna nila ang kanilang pagpupush ng parang ano bang tatawagin natin, the perpetuation of power. Yung pagtatagal nila sa pwesto at kung pwede hindi lang pagtatagal nila, buong kasama na ang buong angkan nila. Halimbawa, you already see the red flags, again, further red flags. Halimbawa, doon sa may mga naririnig na tayo na ang Tingog party list will be fielding the son of Speaker Martin Romualdez. Before that, nawala ng parang bula yung mga katunggali, yung mga kalaman ni Speaker Martin sa kanyang congressional bid sa 1st District ng Leyte. Pero bago pa nun, ang dami na ring reklamo na parang nagiging pro forma na lang yung eleksyon, given na mananalo sina Speaker Martin and all that. But the fact of the matter is, this government is supposed to be projecting power. Nakaupo sila eh. So they have the money, they have command of the armed forces and the Philippine National Police, and other law enforcement agencies. They have they're persuasive and so on. But what is happening? For the first time, with the resignation of Congressman Saldico, nakita natin vulnerable sila. It means na kahit sila alam nila na overwhelming ang public anger sa kanila. Two significant surveys came out. And no, the survey wasn't about, hindi significant yung tungkol kay VP Inday Sara because kahit sila, parang hindi sila naniniwala doon. Ang significant surveys was in December, yung self-rated poverty, and in January, self-rated hunger. With self-rated poverty at over 60% and self-rated hunger at over 50%, they can no longer deny that something is very wrong sa kanilang pangangasiwa ng gobyerno. Tumataas yung inflation, nilalaro nila yung numbers, sinasabi na napakaliit. Pero pag tinitignan ninyo ang presyo ng pagkain, mawiwindang ka. Hindi nagtutugma ang inflation rate doon sa lumalabas na presyo ng pagkain. Well, posible nga naman kasi na hindi lang inflation-driven yung pagtaas ng presyo ng pagkain, kundi yung walang humpay at walang control sa pag-overprice ng mga middlemen. So, in addition to that, ano pa yung mga nakikita natin na senyales? Yung mga very defensive statements ng CSAFP, ng Chief of Staff ng AFP. Meron siyang defensive statements katulad ng, hindi sagot ang military adventurism, hindi daw sagot, hindi daw solusyon ang kudeta. Before that, sinabi niya, but the AFP will obey the chain of command. We will protect the Constitution. Hindi po maliwanag na magkatugma yung statement na yon. Lalong-lalo na under this administration. Sabi ni Richard, nakakatawa, si VP Inday Sara Duterte ang pinagre-resign na pa si Saldico na mag-resign. Oo, correct. Bakit? Sino ba ang malakas? Kaninong pangalan ba ang nabanggit doon sa upang munahing dahilan kung bakit andun ang mga tao sa Rizal Park? 'Di ba? So meron tayong nakikita, hindi na nila ma-sugarcoat yung numbers. At kahit sila, hindi na nila ma-explain sa sarili nila. Naririnig din nila na itong mga kongresista, hindi lingid sa kaalaman nila yan. Alam nila na yung mga kongresista, yung mga mayor, candidates for mayors and governors, ay sumasakay na lang sa pamimigay ng pera ni Speaker Martin Romualdez. May iba dyan. Naku, in fact, meron dyan mga dilaw, mga pro-Duterte, pero nakikita nyo, bakit sumasama kay Tamba? Marinig-nirig na lang natin, quite recently, sa ilang tawag ng ilang mga kaibigan nating kongresista, mga kaibigan natin ng mga tumatakbong mayor, na kaya nandyan sila, ay kailangan nila yung lakas para makatakbo. Pero the moment manalo sila, hindi na makakasiguro ang Marcos administration or si Tamba mismo sa loyalty nitong mga taong binibili nila. After all they are offering is money. In the end, ang projection ng mga taong to, hindi kayo mahalaga, pamilya ang mahalaga sa amin. Ayan na yung mga trolls. Kitang-kita na po kasi nililihis nila yung issue. Tira ano ano tawag dito? Na ano sila naghahanap sila ng ipapambakbak sa atin. Pero the fact is there's a story here. And people want to hear this story. Not only want to hear it, they already know it. They just want to make it they want to see the blow by blow. So kahit manggulo kayo dito mga trolls, sorry. Wala po talaga kayong wala kayong maiyayabang sa amin ngayong araw na ito. Walang-wala po yung amo ninyo. Nagpakita sila ng kahinaan sa araw na ito. Sa totoo lang, sinindak sila at nasindak sila. Sa totoo rin lang, una pa lang yan. Nung kinaya nila na ipatigil yung mga maisog rallies, akala nila, uy, wagi, kaya natin, we can keep doing this until kingdom come. Hindi pala. Meron silang hindi na kaya. Kumbaga, alam niyo yung mga neighborhood bullies, they can only bully you for so long as no bigger bully comes along. So, ayan. Ito na yung mga pagkasunod-sunod. Yung mga nakikita na natin, yung mga kahinaan nila. Nakikita na natin na medyo kabado sila. At nakikita din natin kasi kahit mismo mga trolls nila, hindi na nila mabigyan ng dahilan. Hindi nila mabigyan ng mga, ilabas nyo naman ito, maganda yung ginawa namin ganito. Uy, may project kami. Ilabas nyo naman trolls. Uy, ano nyo na, i-brambit nyo naman. Uy, ang galing-galing ni BBM, nakapag ganito. May in-inaugurate na ganyan. May bagong batas na pinasa ang Kongreso dahil tinulak ni BBM. Walang ganun. Ano lang ang pwede nilang sabihin, hoy, ikaw, maingay ka kasi tinanggal ka. Sinabi rin nila kay Vic yun Nasabi rin nila, in some way, tungkol kay VP Inday, di ko na wala ka na kasi sa DepEd, wala ka kasing ginawa. Pakita mo yung CF mo, puro ganyan. Problema, bakit pa kayo hinar mga trolls? Akala nyo ba na the mere fact na nag-iingay kayo, meron kayo nako-convince? Tandaan nyo, this is not a game of who is noisier or who can hurt the other more. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. And if you had half a brain, you would understand. The game of communications is about persuasiveness. It's not about picking a fight. Tus Maria. Pupunta kayo dito, mang-iinis kayo. Talo na nga kayo sa hiritan, talo na nga kayo sa bardagulan, wala pa kayong na-convince. And even worse, mismo mga kakampi ninyo, hindi kayo masalba. Okay? Malayo kayo sa DDS. In the campaign for Rodrigo Duterte and in the 6 years he was president, hindi kayo nakaumang sa amin. Malas nyo na lang kasi mas matatalino yung mga kasama ko na DDS vloggers. Sorry, but that's just the facts. Kaloka kayo. So ngayong araw na ito, nag-attempt din sila mag-spin. Yung opinion ng INC, ano yan? Minority opinion lang yan. There is overwhelming support for the impeachment. Kailangan managot sa CF. May hirit pa ang Congresswoman Congresswoman Franz Castro of all people na magsabi na this is an ill-disguised chuchucho to defend Sara para hindi na siya managot sa kanyang CF. Right? Sure, ma'am. Sige nga. Sino kausap nyo? At sinong nako-convince ninyo? Really? Yun na yun, that's it. Yun yung bombshell ninyo. That's what you're bringing out to convince the rest of us na wag maniwala na walang suporta na maniwala na walang suporta si VP Inday. Na 41% daw talaga ang nagsusuporta ng impeachment. Excuse me, but any child out of first grade knows that 41% is by no means a majority. Sus Mariosep. O sabihin na natin totoo yung 41%. Bakit ini-ignore mo yung 59% na may ayaw? No matter what they do, they're trying to spin the 41% na ang galing-galing, grabe, impeach talaga. Ang daming gusto ng impeachment, sus Maria. 35% lang po may ayaw. Mahina yata yung math ninyo. 19% ang lumalabas na undecided. So more than 20% at least or ang may ayaw. Nakakaloka kayo. Sinong ninaloko din nyo dyan sa mga pagmamasahin ninyo ng numbers? I read the survey. Did you? Gods. Please tell them to send somebody far more intelligent dito sa aming feed, sa comments feed namin. Hindi yung pupunta kayo dito, magbabakasakali kayo ng tirada and all you can do is what? Yung mamemersonal kayo? O sige, tanggapin na ng lahat ng followers ko na pangit yung kausap ninyo dito. That doesn't change a single darn thing. Talo pa rin kayo. Popular pa rin si VP Inday. Wala pa rin may gusto ng impeachment, minamasahin ninyo yung numbers, and hello, nasindak yung mga nakaupo. Nasindak sila so much, nagbigay sila ng alay. At yung alay, si Saldico, si Congressman Saldico, head ng appropriations ng Kongreso, kasi maliwanag na maliwanag yung pang-aabuso. Yung abuso sa budget, inignore nila, binabusabos nila yung mga tao, they impoverish us. Pinilit pa rin nila, nag-away pa daw sila ng Pangulo. I'm not sure if that's even true because syempre, it makes the president look good, but not really good, but still weak. Pinush nila itong ayuda heavy budget pa rin. The same way that they pushed the 2024 ayuda dominant budget. O ano nangyari? Tinulak yung mga yan, tumaas ang self-rated poverty, tumaas ang self-rated hunger. Kahit mamigay pa sila ng 800 billion more ng ayuda, hindi na ibsan ang gutom ng tao. Bakit? Pinabayaan nila yung agriculture. O, anong excuse ninyo? Mahal naman all over the world. Excuse me, in an agricultural country? Sasabihin ninyo, mahal ang pagkain? Pati gulay? Na in an archipelago of 7,600 na po islands, nag-import tayo ng ng isda. Tigilan niyo ako, Tolsa. Mahina talaga kayo. Pasensya na kayo, mahina talaga kayo. But I can't blame you. Okay? I-blame ninyo yung mga idol ninyong nakaupo, yung mga nagbabayad sa inyo. Pagbintangan po ninyo. Kasi hindi po kayo ginawa ng maayos na script. Kung sa bagay, wala rin naman kayo magagawa kahit maganda yung script ninyo. Kasi walang achievements yung mga amo nyo. Kahit ano pang sabihin ninyo dun sa mga Duterte, may achievements sila. Kayo. Di ba? What do you show for almost 3 years of misgovernance? Sorry, governance, leadership, not even. What do you have to show for that? So many foreign trips at ano lang yung foreign direct investments na ipinagyayabang nila. Ang foreign direct investments na tumaas are not brick and mortar structures. Hindi itong mga opisina, hindi itong mga bagong negosyo na magbibigay ng trabaho. Hindi. Yung foreign direct investments ay yung mga foreigners na bumibili ng shares of stock doon sa mga kumpanya ng mga oligarko na successful na dito. No, they're not buying stock in up-and-coming corporations. They're not putting any money in small, medium-scale, or micro businesses in this country. No, we're not creating more wealth. We're just making the rich richer. And there is no trickle-down effect. By the way, and this was pointed out to me today in a conversation I was having on the sidelines with some officials, yung foreign direct investments na yan, na bumibili ng shares of stock sa mga oligarko dito sa Pilipinas, hot money yan. Ibig sabihin, the moment may manginig ng konti ang stock market dito sa Pilipinas, iskierda na yung pera na yan. Out yan. Yan ba ang pinagyayabang ninyo after so many foreign trips? Even the government doesn't talk about it. Because they know there's no way that they're going to be able to spin this in their favor. So ito na nga, they have to deal with this. The failure of governance, the failure of any kind of improvement in the lives of ordinary Filipinos. They failed in the rates of crime in this country. Akala nila maaayos nila by window dressing the numbers, uutusan nila yung mga pulis, oy, pag kami nahuli kayo sa mga droga, sa robbery, sa mga index crimes, huwag nyo i-report yung totoong krimen, ilagay nyo na lang illegal gambling. Kakaloka kayo. Pero kaya nyo bang lokohin? Kaya nyo bang ipresenta yung numbers na yan? Uy, bumaba ang crime rate. 70% ng mga barangay. Drug-free. O iya, talaga, ikwento nyo dun sa magulang ng batang na unalive after abusuhin. Ha? Kwento nyo dun sa mga pamilya na naghahanap dun sa mga nawawala nilang mga kamag-anak. Kwento ninyo dun sa mga biktima ng tumataas na rates ng mga violent crimes. Sige nga, tignan natin kung makumbinsi nyo yun. So, how can yung mga massaged numbers, paano mo maayos yan? Ba, hindi. Naririnig na nila yung defensiveness ng statement ni CSAFP. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Kabado. Nakakarinig na sila. Nakakarinig na sila dun mismo sa mga taong kinatatakutan nila na gumalaw. Na baka sila po ang magsalita. O sige, so what are we going to do? Ito yung kwento na naririnig natin. I cannot vouch for the truth or falsity of that. What I'm saying is that this is the prevailing story coming from our different sources. Sabi, yes, si First Lady at si Speaker Martin were no longer in very good terms. At the start of this administration, happy-happy sila lahat. Of course, happy-happy. They got to go on foreign trips. They got to do all of these things. They got to mess around with the budget. Ang problema, the president supposedly said na sobra naman yata yung nangyayari na dito sa budget. Which is why he announced na hindi niya, although hindi niya i-veto, meron siyang line item veto. Ano yung lumabas na budget? Wala. Wala masyadong pinagbago. Alam niyo kung bakit? Kasi hindi rin niya kayang nagpipilit pa rin yung Congress. They will have their share. Kumbaga, ayaw nilang masyadong mag-compromise dun sa makukuha nila doon sa budget. So in the end, kahit sabihin pa nga nitong si presidente na, ay, hindi dapat, ayusin nyo naman ng konti, galit na yung mga tao. Kahit ano pang sabihin niyang ganyan, hindi siya ininda. What's that word? Ano yung narinig ko sinasabi ninyo? Weak. Tama. Di ba? So, wala silang nagawa doon sa budget. Eto na po. Galit na yung mga tao and ano lang to, kumbaga, eto na nga, nagkaroon ng rally. Dahil they were pushing their luck. After, galit pa rin, hindi pa humuhupa yung galit tungkol sa budget. Kasi andyan lahat eh. Doon sa budget, andyan lahat ng mga failings nila eh. Ang gastos nila. Umuutang tayo para punuin yung budget na alam natin karamihan ay pumupunta pa sa kumbaga naliligaw. Yung pera na yan. Andyan yung sa feelings nila sa healthcare. Ang dami palang nawala sa PhilHealth. Andyan yung feelings nila sa crime. Andyan yung feelings nila sa agriculture. Andyan lahat. Hindi pa tapos. Nagtataas pa. Kuryente, tubig. Kung ano-ano yung sinasaksak nila doon. Tumaas ang mga contributions to PhilHealth. Ang laking insulto. Pagkatapos malaman ng mga contributors, ng mga nagbabayad ng mga premiums na ang makukuha lang nila ganito out of so much that they have paid. Even worse, ang tinamaan nila yung indirect contributors. Alam niyo kung sino yon? The poorest of the poor. Yung 4Ps, PWDs, senior citizens, sila po ang hindi nabigyan kasi the subsidy was for them. Yun ang siniro nila sa PhilHealth. It was subsidy that's supposed to assist more PWDs, more senior citizens, more of the 4Ps para maiahon sila sa kahirapan. Hindi, syempre. Tinamaan nila yon kasi tayong mga may access sa internet, tayo madadaldal tayo pag narinig natin. Yung poorest of the poor will be the last to complain. Ganon sila kasama. Doon sila tumirada. So andyan lahat sa budget, lahat ng nakikita nating pagkakamali at failings nitong gobyernong ito nandyan sa budget. Hindi pa tayo tapos. Hindi pa tapos yung pag-express natin ng ating galit tungkol dito sa sa bagsak failing grade nitong administrasyon na ito. Abay, mag-uumpisa sila ng impeachment ni VP Inday? Oh, kaloka. Ano yan? What the F? What did they think? I-ignore rin natin yan? So ayan, may dumipensa. Unang dumipensa. Well, marami naman dumidepensa sa kanya. Pero ang ginagawa nila, all they're trying to do is drown out the criticism. O hindi lang yan ha. May mga may mga, sige, patawag yung mga vloggers na yan as if suppressing our right na magtipon-tipon and to petition for redress of grievance wasn't enough. They want to suppress and oppress free speech. Allah. Parang tingin nila, natutuwa, did they honestly think na nasa mood pa tayo makinig sa kanila? And so all of this came together today. In the middle of that, more than 1 million people gathered to say what Congressman Marcoleta was so articulate in saying, ang dami niyong kailangan gawin, unahin niyo talaga ito? Impeachment talaga? Kasi what they're not telling us, what Congressman Marcoleta was too much of a gentleman to say is, anong mapapakain ng impeachment ninyo? Ha? Sino maaahon sa kahirapan sa ginagawa ninyo? Tapos, ang ine-excuse pa nila is supposedly misuse ng confidential funds as if hindi natin nakita yung gross misuse of the budget. Parang, talaga, birahin ninyo yung pipitsuging CF ni VP Inday Sara pagkatapos yung babuyin yung national budget with no less than 200 billion pa rin in ayuda. Ano akala ninyo kung 200 billion na lang instead of the 800 billion from the previous year? Matutuwa kami sa inyo. Pahabol yan. At may COMELEC pa na humirit na, sige, pwedeng magbigay ng AKAP at AIX during the campaign. Sinong niloloko nila? Tingin nila, hindi nakaka-apekto yon sa utak ng mga tao na ang nag-aabot sa kanila, ito si Congressman so and so, tumatakbo yan, tapos mag-aabot siya ng ayuda. Wala yung epekto? Anong laban ng mga ibang mga kandidato sa mga nag-aabot ng ayuda? Aber nga, sunod-sunod yung balita na yan. Ano akala nila? Titiisin natin? Matagal ko nang sinasabi. Sabi nga, ang Pilipino kalabaw. Plodders. Mapasensya. Tayo, trabaho lang ng trabaho. Pero the moment na nagginalit nyo, susuwagin ka. So ayan na nga, alam nila, ina-acknowledge na nila. So nag-aaway na, Malacanang at saka itong Speaker of the House. Ang lumalabas na kwento ay si Speaker daw ang gusto nilang paresignin. Sino yung nila? Nung mga taga Malacanang. Siya yung iaalay sa bulkan, kumbaga. Hindi. Ang inalay si Congressman Saldico. Di ba? Pero tingin niyo, ano dapat isipin natin? Inalay niyo si Congressman Saldico. That's not enough. Akala niyo nag-resign si Congressman Saldico pero hindi niya naman binabago yung budget? Nag-resign si Congressman Saldico pero nagsosoli ba ng pera yung mga magdanakaw dyan sa inyo? Nag-resign si Congressman Saldico, naibsan na ba ang gutom ng mga tao? Oh, and by the way, bad idea to tell your trolls na pagtawanan ng gutom ng tao. Ayan, 51% self-rated hunger. Ano akala ninyo? That wasn't going to bite you back? It's just so incomprehensibly idiotic. For you to laugh at poverty, for you to make jokes about the prevailing hunger that stalks the land. Really? Ayan na. The numbers are staring them in the face. Anong gagawin nila? Iaalay sa bulkan si Saldico. Ay, ang galing. Tingin nyo, enough na yun sa amin? Hindi. You're still mismanaging the country. Did you think that ma-appease kami ng ganyan? Bakit? Anong magbabago pag nag-resign si Saldico? Magiging less garap lang Kongreso? Ganun ba? Binabalahura nyo pa rin kami. Magkano binabayad ninyo sa toll? Sayang na sayang kasi walang kautak-utak yung mga hinahire ninyo. It's insulting to think na yan yung mga padadala ninyo dito.